Testing, okay. Now look, this method, I call it the Cinderella method because if you really think about it, she was a poor girl who managed to seduce a rich guy, right? And her strategy was pretty brilliant. And I think it was brilliant because it came from a place of humbleness. It came from a real place. And this is what happens when you become vulnerable. When you don't try to act super confident, when you don't try to act super charismatic. Because as a woman, I'm telling you ladies, acting super confident, super charismatic is not gonna attract the right guy. There's something about the quiet, meek, even though you're not, but faking it, that attracts the type of guys that will spoil you. That attracts the type of guys that are actually softer on the inside. And this is my encouragement to tell you guys that you don't have to try too hard. Stop trying to be cool. Stop trying to be charismatic. Stop trying to be confident. Stop trying to keep it real, right? Stop trying to be a man. Stop trying to show that ambition is a positive quality, because from a man's point of view, all of those qualities that women project onto men we don't like. We don't like that. We just don't, and that's just how it is, okay? So we're gonna be talking about what the Cinderella method, how she did it it's actually a 4-step method that you guys can actually apply in your life. And the beauty about it is that for all the Shira fans out there, y'all can get yourself a rich guy with this method. But you know what? Some of y'all might not have the patience for it. I'll explain why. All right, so if you guys wanna work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org. and you guys can book a one-on-one phone call. For the next 3 months, we're lowering the price of the one-on-one sessions for the simple fact that Father Alex is more on vacation. Father Alex is taking a break from doing a lot of work, as you guys can see. I've been posting a lot of videos on multiple channels, but I'm taking a break. So that means we have more time to talk on the phone, people. I'm sorry if I couldn't get to people. It's because, you know, multiple phone calls a day could be a lot for me, and I don't like to talk. For some reason, talking on the phone really does take a lot of energy for some reason. But yeah, we're lowering the prices and that's until the end of the year. So after January, it's gonna go back up. So I think it's gonna be the 5-minute sessions, we're putting it down to 50, the 30-minute session to 75. The 1 hour session is gonna be still up because I don't like doing 1 hour, to be honest. I feel like 1 hour is not necessary, so yeah. But yeah, that's an announcement. And check out the t-shirt store, and there you guys can purchase my t-shirts. So let's begin with the video before my stuff dies out. So the first one is that they have to find you attractive. That's the first thing, because Cinderella, that was the first thing. He found her attractive. Now the good thing about it is that eventually, it doesn't matter how you look, ladies, somebody's gonna find you attractive. So this method is perfect for not messing up a good thing, right? This method is perfect for if you're the type that attracts guys, but you always lose them. Well, this is the perfect method for you, because that means at least you're able to get guys that are into you. The second thing, just like Cinderella, is that when the prince was talking to Cinderella, she sounded meek and humble, and there's a certain element of vulnerability radiating from her. And that vulnerability, that meekness, that introvertedness, as a man, we interpret that as really attractive. We interpret that as really feminine. And this is where a lot of ladies, I'm telling you, a lot of you ladies are too freaking charismatic. It doesn't work, it doesn't. This intense charisma is not attractive to a guy. We prefer more of a quietness. And if you are charismatic, show that later on, but in the beginning, y'all can't be looking like you guys are way too woke. Like you guys read the book, The White Man Love Bitches. You guys cannot be giving that vibe. It has to be, I don't know, you know, no, I'm too humble. No, I never had caviar. What the hell is that? Oh no, what's that? Not like, oh, I want the caviar. No, boo boo. No, Be humble, right? Act, show vulnerability. If you're depressed, show that you're depressed. If you're scared about life, show that you're scared about life. If you're really confident in certain things, hide it at first. Just allow him to see the weakness in you, because that's what makes a guy want to rescue you, okay? I'm telling you, ladies, I think it's projection. I think women think that you guys have to be charismatic like we are, but that's just a projection. That's pure a projection. That's pure assumption, okay? So yeah, remember that. Don't assume. So it's always better to be on the side of weakness if you're a woman. Especially for the charismatic terminators. This is not, you're not gonna attract the type of guy that you want with straight up charisma. There's something about, like I may be assuming, but there's something about when you display charisma that it attracts the wrong types of guys. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. Or even if you don't have to show charisma, show shyness, fake the shyness. Stop showing them that you know too much about life. Like, stop showing how smart you are, how astute you are, how observant you are. Hide that. Don't show it. I'm telling you, ladies. And above all, like I said, lean on the side of weakness and vulnerability, even if you're not, right? Assuming that a guy is gonna want you to be strong and self-sufficient is a pure projection, because that's what you want a guy for you to be. The next thing, and this is where it matters. Remember, Cinderella left him at 12 a.m., right? She had to get back home. And that's, to me, is the willingness to walk away, where a guy will give you things, a guy will show you how rich he is, a guy will show you how talented he is, and if he feels like he's really, and if this is the thing, if he's really talented, if he's really rich, walk away. Remember, Cinderella left him. She left him because she had to get back home, but he thought that, oh my God, she doesn't want my money. Oh my gosh, she doesn't find me impressive. Every girl does. This is perfect for guys that are really high value. When I mean high value, because all of you guys get mad at me when I say high value is perception, it's not reality. It's visually speaking, who's the guy that every woman wants? It doesn't mean his character. It doesn't mean how amazing he is. It doesn't mean how honest. It's pretty much the visual, and usually it's very superficial. That's what I mean by high value. So she walked away from him. Like, she said, no, I don't want this. She made him feel like she didn't want him for his money. And a lot of guys that base their ego and their self-esteem based on how rich they are and how successful and how talented they are, that creates the opposite effect, because most women wouldn't do that. I think there's a clip of I Show Speed of this girl. Actually, I'm gonna play it right now. Now, most of the women that Speed, which is he's like a famous guy, gets, he gives them money, right? But they're usually temporary. Look at this. Look at what she did.
I actually had feelings for I Show Speed, and the answer is yes, I did.
I was not a paid actor. What? And no, I am not chasing for clout or money. We had a lot of fun, and no, we weren't acting. Everything was a very genuine and great chemistry between.
Now, I must pause it because I have to, but if you want to show a guy that you're not in it for the money, for his fame, this is how you do it.
Yes.
So how much should I give her, yo? How much?
I don't need money. Hold my hand.
What?
I don't need money. Hold my hand. I got speed.
Now, look, these edits are funny, but that's, if you say no to the initials, like, especially if they give you things in the beginning like he did, if he gives you gifts, if he gives you vacations, say no. Be like Cinderella. She's like, oh no, I gotta go, sorry. It'll make them feel self-conscious, and they'll give you more of that, and they'll gain your trust. So, man, no has so much power. You could convince anybody by saying no a lot more than by saying yes. You guys can see she said no to his money. She said, no, I want this, I want this. I could promise you, Speed, he's a big streamer, will give her more than the woman who straight out accepts his money. Say no to it and leave and walk away. And then, just like Cinderella, he ran after her, but she left the door open. She left her shoes. So what does that mean? Well, that means that if you walk away from him, make sure to let him feel like you're leaving, not because you don't like him, but because life is getting in the way. Give him something to give him hope. The shoe represented hope. So don't just say, I don't like you. Say, no, I care because my grandma don't want to, or I'm a church girl and I can't go out with you. Anything that is a barrier that he could try to convince you over. Notice she let him come back to him and win her over. And eventually she did. But that's the method. The Cinderella method involves one thing: vulnerability. Well, he finds you attractive, vulnerability, and walking away in the face of what you want, and then letting him come back to you and beg. I'm telling you, this works. Cinderella was slick. She was a freaking, she knew what she was doing. I know Disney called her, oh, she was innocent. Now, Cinderella knew what the hell she was doing, man. And the beauty about it is that you can leverage if you have a shitty life, we all have shitty moments in life. Trust me, man. Shitty life is a temporary thing. If your life right now is shitty, embrace that. Embrace that, bring it up, talk about it. Just don't spout, just don't cry, don't be a victim, but give them something to feel bad for, and these guys will fall for it like this, all right? Anyways, if you guys enjoy that content, book a one-on-one phone call with Father Alex. Check out this t-shirt store.
Are you
and get the
needing
free
creepy?
gift. I have a free gift for you.
Do
an
you have a
audiobook.
tough time
Click in the
coming
description
across
down below to
confident
get it.
when you like
and I'll
the
see you guys
person?
next time. Take care.
A lot of the times you just don't know what to do. You have
creepy?
habits and
Do you have
and
a tough
patterns
time coming across
that whenever
confident
somebody
when you
triggers
like
you,
the person?
you
A lot
completely
of
forget
times you
what
just
to do.
don't know what to do the right
You have
thing.
well, guess what?
And
I have a
and
course
patterns.
for that. And it's
that
called
whenever
the
somebody
psychological
triggers you,
game of attraction.
you completely
natural
forget
chemistry,
what to do the right
and
to
the
do the
feminine
right thing.
woman.
Well, guess what?
What I call the
I have a
fundamentals.
course for that.
All of those
And it's
courses
called
are
the
meant
psychological
to
game of
eradicate and
natural
exercise
chemistry
the needy,
and
creepy
the
parts
feminine
of you
woman
through
what I call
action.
the fundamentals.
Meaning, you
All
do
of
what the
those
video
courses are
say,
meant to
and without a
eradicate
shadow of a doubt,
and exercise
you actually
the needy,
get the
creepy
results.
parts in you.
You'll be able to.
Through
You'll notice
action.
that people, that men
Meaning,
call you back.
you do what the video
men
say,
who want more
and without a
relationships
shadow
with
of a
you,
doubt,
they're going to be
you
the ones that are
actually
needy
get
and
the
creepy.
results.
They're
You'll
going to
be
be
able
the
to-
ones
you'll
that
notice that
want
people- that
something.
men
They're
call
going
you
to be
back
the ones that are the
Men will want more
aggressors in
relationships
trying
with
to
you.
get a
They're
relationship.
going to be
out
the
of you.
ones that are needy
But the
and
problem
creepy.
is that a lot
They're
of people
gonna be
just
the ones that
watch
want
one or two
something. They're gonna be
videos
the ones that are the
and completely forget that there's actually
to
a
get a
system.
relationship out of you.
Don't just watch one.
But the problem is that a lot of people just
get the system
watch
either by
one or two
purchasing all of
videos
them and get a
and
discount,
completely forget
or
that there's actually
purchase them
a system.
individually. Don't just
Because
watch
a
one
lot
of
of
the
times
times.
just
Just
watching
watching
one
one
video
video, get the
in
system either by
isolation,
purchasing all of them,
and you actually
and get
miss
a
the
discount,
big picture.
or you
Purchase
have
them
to understand
individually.
why it works.
Because a lot
you
of the
have
times
to understand
just
what to
watching
do
one video
next.
in
And a lot of
isolation,
times my videos just
you
can't
actually
address
miss
that.
the big picture.
A lot of people, you
have
see by
to
the
understand
testimonies
why
right here.
it works.
A lot
You
of
have to
people have
understand
done
what
what
to do
those videos
next.
say.
And a lot of times
and they've
my
gotten
videos
results.
just can't address
Like
that.
the other day, I was
A
in
lot of
Mexico and they
people,
were like,
you
"Hey,
see by the
Lexus," and I'm like,
testimonies
"Hey,
right here.
oh my God,
A
you
lot
watch
of people
your videos
have
are so
done what
great."
those
And I'm like,
videos
and
say,
she's like, "Look at my
and they've
kid."
gotten
I'm like,
results. Like the other
let's
day,
talk about
I
your
was in
kid.
Mexico and they were like,
That's
"Hey,
not my
Lexus," and
kid.
I'm like, "Hey,
He's like, "No,
oh
no,
my God,
no,
you watch
because of
your
him.
videos are so great." And I'm like,
Because of
and
your
she's like, "Look
videos,
at my
he's
kid."
here.
I'm like, okay,
Let's
all
talk
right,
about your
that's not my kid. He's like, no, no,
But
no.
I get that
Because
a
of
lot.
him.
And ironically,
Because of
that
your
woman
videos,
watches
he's here.
all of my videos.
And I'm like,
right?
okay, all right. That's
So
a,
purchase those courses, man. And if you don't
But
like
I get
it,
that a
you
lot.
actually could get
And
a
ironically,
30-day
that
money back
woman watches
guarantee.
all
Right?
of my
Purchase them
videos,
individually, or
So
get a
purchase
discount
those
and
courses,
purchase
man.
them all
And if
by
you don't
clicking
like
on the
it,
description
you
down
actually
below.
could get
You have the
a
option
30-day
of purchasing
money-back
the one
guarantee,
with the
right?
bonuses
Purchase them individually,
that comes.
or
That obviously
get a
is more
discount
material.
and purchase
Where
them all
it's
by clicking
I
on
give
the
you guys
description down
meditations.
below.
There's
You
also
have the option
other
of
courses on
purchasing
how to
the
make
one with
friends,
the
how to
bonuses
master anything.
that
Or
comes
you can
that
purchase
obviously
it without
more
the bundle,
material,
which is
where
much
it's
more
like I
affordable.
give you guys
All right?
meditations.
And with
There's
that, you guys
also
are able to
other
support
courses on
my
how to
channel,
make friends,
which
how
will
to master
allow me to
anything,
make more videos.
or you
okay?
can purchase
Anyways,
it without the bundle,
see you guys
which is
inside,
much
and
more
thank you.
affordable. All right, and with that, you guys are able to support my channel, which will allow me to make more videos. Okay. Anyways, see you guys inside, and thank you.